Perfect.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy. I'm Tom Stevens, your resident psychotherapist, here to break down lyrics to some amazing music. And today, the NF journey continues. Number 44 on the journey. Can you believe it? We have come this far. We have hit the most recent album for NF, Clouds, the mixtape. We are here. I can't believe it. It's awesome. Finally get to the most recent. And you know, I've told y'all, I've been to a couple of NF concerts. They're back in my mind. I'm very sad because I didn't pay attention as closely as I should have. But this is definitely a song I've seen. It's definitely a video I've seen about him going through different locations. But I'm realizing as I get through these that I didn't pay much attention to the actual lyrics the way I should have. And I also didn't pay attention to the song and what it means, because everybody tells me there's hints, there's clues, there's all these things inside, and I'm going to probably miss a ton. So you can tell me what I need to know. But I'm going to get into this, see exactly how much of my memory recalls from this, from hearing it before, and get into it probably like it's the first time, because every time I listen to NF, it's like a first time. So let's do this. Don't forget, check the link in the description of this video for our Patreon page, for the merch we have, for the Discord server, all of that stuff. But let's do this, because no day's like an NF day. Without further ado, let's get into NF Clouds. Yes. I do remember that. I remember him sitting on a cloud. I remember seeing that, and I thought, what in the world? It's like he's up in the clouds, high above everything else. This has to go with the whole NF image, right? Of who he is. Is he bigger than everybody else? Does he put himself up in the clouds? Is his head in the clouds? I don't know. Let's see. And then that said something. I think somebody told me that that was Clouds, the mixtape backwards. I don't know. I can't rewind that, but I'd like to know what that is.
Calmly feel myself evolving, appalling, so much I'm not divulging. Been stalling, I think I hear applauding.
He's so cool. I just love this because he is transformed in 44 reactions we've done, which is not even all of his music. We've done 40. This is the 44th reaction. He has evolved into a premier artist. Like, he's just at the top of the game. And the way he tells a story is incredible. And the way he laid that out, sitting in the clouds, and then it transitions to the next scene, and he's in the exact same posture, switching to the next scene. And he's sitting there, dark, hoodie, sweatshirt, something on, the ski mask thing on, the beanie on the top of his head that's black. And he's just telling this story, like, calmly.
Calmly feel myself evolving, appalling, so much I'm not divulging. Been stalling, I think I hear applauding. They're calling, mixtapes aren't my thing.
It's like they're calling. It's got to be the fan. I don't think it's the media piece, but look, he has food there and a container with a drink that's spilled over. Just watching the whole scenery, because y'all have taught me to look around for things. And I'm sitting here looking at everything, but I want to watch him, because this is part of that. I think what happened, it takes a while to get a new album out. Then I think this was all around the COVID time, because it seemed like we were all just kind of shut down. If I remember when this came out, and it was a year ago when everything was just wacky in the world. And this song came out, and sure, everybody wants music. Everybody wants to hear from him. They want to know what's coming next. And mixtapes aren't his thing. And I guess a mixtape is just a collection of pieces that are all kind of mashed together. I think that's what that is, because it's different than an album, I guess, that kind of morphs all together. But here we go.
Stalling, I think I hear applauding. They're calling, mixtapes aren't my thing, but it's been awfully exhausting. hanging on to songs as long as daunting, which caused me to have to make a call I thought was ballsy, resulting in what you see today. Proceed in
Call he thought was ballsy. So I'm going to go ahead and do the mixtape. It's not my thing, but everybody wants something. So I'm going to put something out. And here he is going into the fridge. He's got the all looks like Topo Chico in there. Oh, some old food. He's just grabbing stuff. It's got so much in it. I mean,
hanging on to songs as long as daunting, which caused me to have to make a call I thought was ballsy, resulting.
I do wonder how much of the time, sorry for breaking into this, he holds on to music. Like artists make music, write songs, write music, lyrics, put them together, and then they wait for the right time to release them. They want to release them when they're fully done. They want to release them with something else. They want to release them at the right time. All of that goes into it. So I'm sure they have music for months, years even, before they release it to just try to figure out when it needs to be released. And, you know, I'm guessing the ballsy call that he talks about was releasing a mixtape. It's like, this is really different for him. And so here he goes. He's going to put stuff out, and here comes the judgment. Let's see what people think.
Daunting, which caused me to have to make a call I thought was ballsy, resulting in what you see today. Proceed indulging, as always, the one-trick pony's here, so quit your sulking. Born efficient.
Gosh, I'm going to go back because his ability to use those strings and that music, again, I don't know music, right? But I can hear it climbing. It's like, it's climbing. And then all of a sudden, boom. And then there's a big transition to something else. And he is using the exact formation each time. And there's the fridge. He closes the fridge and he's outside now in a completely different place. And oh my gosh, this is just too good.
As always,
and especially, here we go, one trick pony. It's what everybody's called him, I think, in the media when he's been slammed with things, is he's a one trick pony. He just does everything the same way. He's like, quit your sulking. One trick pony's here. Here I am. He just calls himself out so that nobody can make fun of him anymore. Nobody can, he's whatever. Say what you need to say. One trick pony, say what you got. But here we go. Clearly, this is not a one trick pony if he's doing all this.
Resulting in what you see today. Proceed indulging. As always, the one trick pony's here. So quit your sulking. Born efficient, got ambition, sort of vicious. Yep, that's me. Not artistic, unrealistic, chauvinistic. Not those things. Go the distance, so prolific, pose so cryptic, move swiftly, unsubmissive, the king of mischief, the golden ticket, rare sight to see.
I'm never going to be able to get all that. But he's basically saying, these are the things I am. These are the things I'm not. So look, I'm just going to put it out there. Like, I'm not rude. I'm not mean. I'm not that nasty guy. But I will not quit. I will not be defeated. I will not be taken down. And I love that piece there at the very end. Golden ticket, because I'm a Willy Wonka guy. This has to be a Willy Wonka thing. Golden ticket, rare sight to see. Because remember, Willy Wonka, golden tickets. I don't even know if that's why he got that, but he had to have gotten it from there, right?
Born efficient, got ambition, sort of vicious. Yep, that's me.
Ambitious, vicious, ambition, vicious.
Not artistic, unrealistic, chauvinistic. Not those.
No, he's not that. He's not any of those things that are negative.
Things go the distance, so prolific, pose so cryptic, move swiftly, unsubmissive.
It's too much. Okay, I'm letting this play because I got to hear the whole.
One trick pony's here, so quit your sulking. Born efficient, got ambition, sort of vicious. Yep, that's me. Not artistic, unrealistic, chauvinistic. Not those things. Go the distance, so prolific, pose so cryptic, move swiftly, unsubmissive, the king of mischief, the golden ticket, rare sight to see. I stay committed, embrace the rigid, I'm playful with it, yeah, basically.
He falls into all the posturing. He's in the same posture, leaning up against a tree, and then the tree's not there. He falls straight into a grocery store. There's a lady there who's looking behind, like, what in the world? This guy just fell over all of these groceries. He falls down. He's picking up like cereal or something and looking at it like, no big deal. And here we go into a grocery store.
Rare sight to see. I stay committed, embrace the rigid, I'm playful with it, yeah.
That was kind of odd, wasn't it? If you look at the video closely, because he falls into the store and there's other people, and then it flips to another scene with a lady there, which was really interesting.
The golden ticket, rare sight to see. I stay committed, embrace the rigid, I'm playful with it, yeah, basically. Too great to mimic, you hate your bitter, no faith.
Must have been from one direction to the other, but this lady looks completely freaked out. But her son, looks exactly like him, kind of. I mean, he looks like he's got the Timbs on and the jeans tucked in the Timbs, and he's got either a cap backwards with a lollipop in his hand, all black. This is unbelievable. I'm not even catching all these words.
Flee, unsubmissive, the king of mischief, the golden ticket, rare sight to see. I stay committed, embrace the rigid, I'm playful with it, yeah, basically. Too great to mimic, you hate your bitter, no favoritism, that's fine with me. Create the riddles, put trade and civil.
He goes up, and the mom is just looking at, is that a son? Is that or a girl? That looks like a little girl with their cap on backwards. And just, children are great because they are great at engaging in relationship. And the way he goes up and he goes for the high five and there's nothing. So he high fives himself because he's talking about himself. Look, listen to these words. This is really important, these words right here.
To see, I stay committed, embrace the rigid, I'm playful with it, yeah, basically. Too great to mimic, you hate your bitter, no favoritism, that's fine with me.
You can't match him. You do whatever you want to do, but you cannot match what he's got. He will always come with another move. He'll come with another curveball, and he'll catch you off guard, and he'll always outwork anybody, is what I feel like he's saying.
With it, yeah, basically. Too great to mimic, you hate your bitter, no favoritism, that's fine with me. Create the riddles, put trade and civil, unsafe for little. Oh yes indeed, it's plain and simple, I'm far from brittle, unbreakable. You following? I'm Bruce Willis in a train wreck. I'm like trading your car for a new.
He's tying all of this together. It's Bruce Willis. That was in some kind of movie that tied together there. And all of a sudden he goes from the grocery store to a football field where he gets knocked over. Like, complete shock.
Brittle, unbreakable, you following? I'm Bruce Willis in a train wreck. I'm like trading in your car for a new jack. I'm like having a boss getting upset cause you asked him for less on your paycheck. I'm like doing headstands with a broke neck. I'm like watching your kid take his first steps. I'm like saying Bill Gates.
This is perfect, the way he's putting all these together. Like when your boss says, when you ask you for less on your paycheck. Wait, what was that?
Trading in your car for a new jack. I'm like having a boss getting upset cause you asked him for less on your
paycheck. Asking for less on your paycheck, and the boss is like, what? That's impossible. That doesn't happen.
Paycheck. I'm like doing headstands with a broke neck. I'm like watching your kid take his first steps.
Headstands with a broke neck, you ever watch your child take their first steps? Oh my goodness. Like, that is the biggest day ever.
I'm like saying Bill Gates couldn't pay rent cause it's too broke. Where am I going with this? Unbelievable. Yes, yeah.
I do remember that. That is such, okay. I'm going back. I'm going to let it play. But all of those things are completely unbelievable. They don't happen. But he's putting them all out there. And now he's in a whole nother place, in a house.
I'm like trading in your car for a new jack. I'm like having a boss getting upset cause you asked him for less on your paycheck. I'm like doing headstands with a broke neck. I'm like watching your kid take his first steps. I'm like saying Bill Gates couldn't pay rent cause it's too broke. Where am I going with this? Unbelievable. Yes, yes, inconceivable. See myself as fairly reasonable, but at times I can be stubborn, so if I have to, I will rock the boat. I don't tend to.
He's like turned into an actor, the way he puts movies together. This is a complete movie. He goes to punch the ref at the football game, ends up in a house with a hole in the wall punching, and this lady with her children grabs some kind of butter knife trying to defend herself. And he's like, look, I'm not here to do anything.
Take the easy road, that's just not the way I like to roll. Shoot things probably unfeasible, I've done already a hundredfold. It's probable that I might press the envelope. Ideas so astronomical, sometimes I find them comical. Yeah, incomparable, replay value phenomenal.
He's talking about, you get caught in two things with him. In the story of the video and in the story of the lyrics. And those both almost tell two different stories here because he's painting all these different scenes. But his lyrics are all about, look, it's remarkable. It's unbelievable. I don't ever settle for less. And I will completely do everything I can to put out the best product possible to show everybody I've got game. I can take this to another level. And all of it's said in the words. He just keeps rhyming things together about what he does and who he believes he is, the self-confidence it takes.
That I might press the envelope. Ideas so astronomical, sometimes I find them comical. Yeah, incomparable, phonies.
Oh man, now he's in trouble. Now he's in a bar. Like, I don't know. It's not the place to be. Look at all these guys around him. I don't rock no rollies. That's got to be a Rolex, right? And now he's on top of a pool table that they were playing in, by the way. Let's see if he plays that cool.
Slowing me down, impossible. I don't rock no rollies. I don't hang around no phonies. I don't really got no trophies. I don't know why God chose me.
Man.
Got something in the cup, ain't codeine.
Oh, God. Stop. Here goes the juice stuff. He's got something in the cup. It's not codeine, though. And got no trophies. Hadn't been awarded anything. He doesn't have any of that stuff. He doesn't mess with any of that stuff. He just doesn't do it. He stays away from it. It's not his style to be flashy like that. And it's okay. Everybody else can do what they do. But this is not how he rolls.
No trophies. I don't know why God chose me. Got something in the cup, ain't codeine. Changed my style, they told me. Now they come around like homie. Man, y'all better back up slowly. Back up slowly.
Oh, woo! Here we go. Man, it's like all of a sudden you become something like, homie. They're like, what's up? He's like, come on. You got to back up slowly. Don't be coming up on me like that. Now that all of a sudden I've got some clout and you want to be around me, just stay back, because that's when you find out you're real friends, obviously. What a drop here.
Why God chose me.
Here we go.
Got something in the cup, ain't codeine. Changed my style, they told me. Now they come around like homie. Man, y'all better back up slowly. Back up slowly. Who are you kidding? How could you doubt me? I've always delivered. Ripping the teeth out of the back of my mouth. The closer you get to my wisdom. See, my initial thought was the way, but what can I say?
It's probably my favorite line right there. Ripping the teeth out of the back of my mouth is the closest you'll get to my wisdom. Like the wisdom teeth, that to me, just favorite.
Back of my mouth, the closer you get to my wisdom. See, my initial thought was the way, but what can I say? I had to come visit. Check on you guys. You doing all right? You're yearly socked. Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's what I wonder, the 4/29. That's what some people were rumoring, I think, April 29th recently, that because it's on that house, that might be the date that he actually releases something. But clearly that didn't happen. So the 4/29 must not mean nothing. Must not mean nothing.
Hey, I had to come visit. Check on you guys. You doing all right? You're yearly socked. Yeah, that's what I figured. They cover their heads up whenever I drop. Shake the whole industry, put them in shock. Come out the clouds like a meteor rock, then land on the earth like ready or not. Ain't no one like me to cream me the crop. Don't even front, but they give me some props.
He is just killing people with this. Like, I'm the best. I got everything. You can't take me down. I am the cream of the crop. I am the best of the best, and I'm going to show you that. I go get your cup out of the fire truck and walk around with it like I'm drinking it.
Like ready or not, ain't no one like me to cream me the crop. Don't even front, but they give me some props. I'll pick up your body and throw it a block. Okay, I admit it, that's over the top. Not like looks every time.
Love how he transitions from one to the other. I admit it, it's over the top. And then he's like, not. And then he's back in the clouds again.
Throw it a block. Okay, I admit it, that's over the top. Not there in the headlight looks every time I step my foot on the ground. I get mistook for a lame with no weight to his name. Ground just shook, let's not beat around the bush. Even my B-sides throw him off like how's he do it. Some say I'm a great influence, I don't know about that, but I did do the best I could. Hollywood, Hollywood, hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. You think that you don't know me good? You think that you don't know me good? Hollywood, Hollywood.
Here's the talk. Whether he's going to go Hollywood and be just like everybody else or other people who make it and then they become this completely different person. And he's saying, you think that way? You must not know me, because that's not who I am. That's not what I do. He's building up to something though.
You don't know me good. You think that you don't know me good? Hollywood, Hollywood, hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. You think that you don't know me good? You think that you don't know me? I always advance. Say how I fail, you know I stand. Raising the bar, I gotta expand. Top of the charts, I'm setting up camp. Pounding my stakes, I put on my tent. Shoot for the stars.
Even his screen's shaking. Nick does the screen shake on my screen. He is doing it on his screen. There are cars all around him. I just don't even know what it was like to film this, because these cars are moving pretty quickly. And he is walking down the middle of this road with cars skidding all around him. But how about that? Oh my, this is insane. A second beat drop in this song.
It doesn't go Hollywood. You think that you don't know me good? You think that you don't know me? I always advance. Say how I fail, you know I stand. Raising the bar, I gotta expand. Top of the the charts, I'm setting up camp. Pounding my stakes, I put on my tent. Shoot for the stars, they fall in my hand. Stick to my guns, I don't even flinch. Can push all you want, ain't moving an inch. I rarely miss, you know I'm relentless.
Dang, man, those two cars just hit. These two cars right here just hit each other. And I'm watching the cars all over the place. I don't even listen to all his words.
Setting up camp, pounding my stakes, I put on my tent. Shoot for the stars, they fall in my hand. Stick to my guns, I don't even flinch. Can push all you want, ain't moving an inch. I rarely miss, you know I'm relentless. Ain't got a choice, no way to prevent it. Just who I am and I don't regret it. See what I want and then I go get it. Follow my gut, I'm happy I did it. Beat all the odds, I ain't got no limits. Can it be stopped? You paying attention?
How does he do this for this long? With all those words, I'm not paying attention. I'm trying my best to pay attention, but it's like he shoots for the stars and they fall in his hand. Like when you shoot for the stars and then they fall right in his hand. Like it's just that. He's talking so much smack, but he believes it and it's powerful with all these cars just going around him and crashing and skidding. Oh, this is so cool. This graphic is incredible. Exit 1A.
Way to prevent it, just who I am and I don't regret it. See what I want and then I go get it. Follow my gut, I'm happy I did it. Beat all the odds, I ain't got no limit. Can it be stopped? You paying attention? I ain't gotta say it. They know where my head is. They know where my head is.
Oh, wow. It just left it like that. NF Clouds, the opener to the mixtape. Oh, I'm sweating. What a song, what a video, what an introduction to what he has coming next. It's just too much. It's just too much stuff. He is pulling out all the stops. I feel like he's just putting himself out there as this is it. I am not messing around anymore. It is the full package. I'm bringing it all straight up on this one first video out of the gate. Bam, there it is. Please let me know what you think because I missed a ton, I'm sure, and I want to know what's coming because I'm not even sure what's coming next for number 45, but I cannot wait for it. We are moving through the NF journey. Give me your comments, feedback, insight, everything. Remember, it's not real therapy, just Tom breaking down lyrics to music. If you want professional help, go to the link in the description. Resources are there. I'm not even sure what mental health was going on here because it was so much cinematography and so much crazy beat drop and so much intense lyrics. But I think a lot of it is you've got to believe in yourself. And part of what I do in my job is to help people see who they can be. There's a big difference between confidence and arrogance, like he says. You've got to be confident. If you want to be something in your life, you have to learn how to be confident but not arrogant. And you have to learn how to build that confidence and that self-esteem inside yourself. And you can do that. It is possible. But I love doing this. Thank you so much for being a part of Reaction Therapy and spreading mental health awareness to the world through music and lyrics. It's what we're loving to do. So go check the link in the description of this video for our Patreon page, the Discord server, the merch we have. All of it's there. Can't wait to see you on the next part to the NF journey coming up soon.